Hello again. We are still working. It is 2:22 in the afternoon. This is what we've gotten so far today. We just now finished grading. We're getting the framing done. Looking good. Right now I'm digging a hole. So that's what we're doing. There's Kristen Grace. She's doing some cleanup. We're sweating and we're covered in dirt. And it's all good. So hopefully we'll be done soon. We're only gonna work for about 30 more minutes today. See what we can get done. All right, I came back out to give these little animals some watermelon rinds. So this is rooster number 1. I don't remember his name, but he's kind of local. So these are all their temporary hutches that we had to move them into today. Here's the bun buns. That's it. This is Bubblicious. And right next to her, she's so dark you can't see, but well, you can kind of see. That is I don't remember what his name is, to be honest with you, but this is Bubblicious. And then here are the other chicks. So another rooster and a hen. I don't remember what Kristen named the other rooster, but the hen is Sweetie Girl. Hi crazies, are you guys running around looking at your new home? You excited about your new home, Bubblicious? This is where you go potty. That's where you go potty, Bubblicious. We are establishing our frame today. Today's the 5th. It's noon right now. We've been out here for a couple of hours and we are working hard. Kristen and I have been screwing and leveling these boards in, and we're all working as a team. Angela's been doing a lot of measuring and cutting, so it's super exciting. We're gonna have quite a few doorways and you'll see it all come together. Really exciting. But I am stepping away to make everybody lunch, and then we'll all come in and eat. Alright, today is June 12th, it is 12:17, and look at this awesome progress that we have. Chris just went to Lowe's to go get more concrete and screws and boards. Angela's working on making the doors. I was over here stapling the chicken wire on our frame, and Kristen is back here securing what are you doing again, Kristen?
Concrete nails.
Concrete nails. She's working hard. Concrete. Yeah, so she's screwing those up there. Yeah. And that's gonna secure, we're gonna put a net over the top here because the chickens are gonna be running here, so we don't want them to fly away, and we also don't want predators to get back here. So it is really exciting and we're making lots of progress. We're only gonna work a couple more hours today. Our goal is to have this done by Saturday. I don't think it's gonna be done, but I think it's gonna be done enough. We're getting our tarp tomorrow, so that'll go over the top half of this, and then we'll put clear tarp on the back for the greenhouse. We're excited to get these guys moved into their bigger space and more comfortable space. So that is where we are at. Really exciting. Excited to see this through. We should really be done, I would say, within a week. It is July 17th, it's 5 p.m. We're back at it. I'm not gonna stand too far back, but enough so you guys can see. We're starting to get the tarps up.
Here, Mom, if you want to put it on here.
We are getting the very last door up, so that's super exciting. And it is very hot. It is like 100 some degrees lately, so we're trying to do this by the end of this week so our chickens can be a little comfier, but you can see it's starting to come together. So Kristen and Angela are working on the door and getting the last one on its hinges. I've been working on attaching the chicken wire to the doors, and we will see what else we can get done today, but today's Monday, so we're hopeful that we will be done before the end of the week. We are praying and hoping.
Oh my goodness, this is so fresh. You can see the water drips in there a little bit into here because it's dripping my gosh, so much cooler in here. It literally feels like 70 degrees. It's just very, very cool, very refreshing. Getting right over to the bunnies too. They're just sleeping. Hi, sweet bunnies. Hi, bunny. Hi. How many pictures did you take?
Of what?
I guess I can just call him and ask.
About what?
The rooster sees a baby. She's looking at me.
This is our fluffy butt hut, or as I like to call it, our chicken palace. We do have rabbits, but it's the animal palace. Today is September 13th, and we have been getting a lot of rain here in New Mexico. So it's been raining. It stopped right now for a little bit, but it's definitely overcast, and it's probably about, I don't know, 70 some degrees right now out. So I have a sweater and sweats on, believe it or not. But yeah, this is the chickens outdoor area. Again, covered the top with netting. My neighbor texted me this morning that they had a skunk in their yard. So again, just why we take these extra precautions, and we cover the whole front. I need to push these rocks back, but we cover the whole barrier with rocks, and we buried some of the chicken wire underground as well. This here is Bertha, who we thought was a hen, so aka Bert. And the one in the center, let's see. This is Bertha. That one is, oops. That one is Pollos, or Mr. Pollos. Kristen named Mr. Pollos, which actually means cooked chicken, so sorry guy, we're not gonna eat him, but that is what my daughter named him without realizing. But that's all right, it's silly and he doesn't know better. We're not gonna eat him. They're our pets. So this is the outdoor area. They each have a good space inside and outside. We have this covered with tarp to insulate and shade. So I would say these chickens are pretty spoiled, and try to up their quality of life as often as I can. I just put this in here today for perch outdoors. I'm trying to figure out a perch outdoors for him, but my husband's gonna have to help me. So we went to the next one, and we kept Sweetie Girl in here. She's so far our only hen. We have, come here, chicks. We have 5 other chicks. They're about 12 weeks, I want to say. And so we moved Bertha into their space, which was in the front, and we moved them in here with Sweetie Girl. Like I said, I put this perch up. You're okay. I put this perch up today, and it's so cute. All of the chicks will try and sit on it. Hopefully I can get a video of that. It's super cute. So we have their outdoor feed and water, because Sweetie Girl's being kind of dominant right now. So have to make sure the chicks, there's one of them. We think we're a little scared this one might be a rooster. Hi, baby. Come here. Come here. That's the runt, and she's probably the friendliest. She just will come right up to you. Hi. So these are the 5 other hens. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, chicks. Hi, chicks. Hi. Okay, just getting some water. Let's see if I need to shake this. Let's get you guys some more water. There you go. It should dispel on its own, but dispense on its own, but doesn't look like it has. But they have a good run out here, and then they have that whole back space. We have it closed most of the time because we just don't want to hear them. Let's see, they're kind of intimidated by her. She's a little bit of a bully, so I'm just hopeful that they'll get big soon, because I'm sure they're gonna get bigger than her. So it can be a little more cool. Oh my gosh, look, here we go. They're all gonna try and get up there. So cute. You heard that noise? It's the bunnies drinking their water. She's a little intimidated to get up there. The last time she tried, she fell. So I see her thinking about it. But then we'll get up there. Are you curious, please? They're so cute though. So yeah, we're praying this one's not a rooster. We bought them sex too, and they said that they were all females, so we are out of space for males. My husband's trying to convince me to get rid of one of them, but I told him anybody who's gonna take a rooster, don't be a bully. Anybody who's gonna take a rooster is either more than likely gonna use it to fight or to eat, and so just the humane part of me is like, we got them all as pets, so we just gotta figure it out and make room for one more. I don't know if my thinking is correct, but that's where I'm at. Hi, girls. I love my chickens. It's just when I spend time with them, it's very therapeutic. Sometimes it's stressful if they're not doing okay, but most of the time it's really therapeutic just to come and take care of them and watch them just live and exist and see how curious they are. Birds are very curious beings, so they're very nosy. Hi, sweetie girl, you coming to join us? I put this cage out here, if you're wondering, just to give them something else to perch on. They like to do, oh, there, she's scaring them. She's kind of a brat. Sweetie girl. And it's weird because these three actually really like to be by each other. So when Bertha was in here with Sweetie Girl, they would sit on this side and Poyos would sit on that side, and all three of them would sit right here and just all day long and just be with each other. But the second we actually let them get together, Poyos and Bertha, they would just attack each other so much they'd be bleeding. Oh, look at this. Yeah, love my chickens. They're fun pets. So they can be a lot of work, but they bring a lot of joy, and they're just silly and sweet and innocent. And please don't poop on me. I say that if she pooped, I would not be happy, but they're really fun. Hi. I learned that there's different sounds that they make. If the little ones are chirping a lot, they're not so happy. They can be scared or distraught. But the other sound she was just making, I think it's called trilling. It's like the thing she was doing, and that means she's happy. So they make all kinds of different sounds. Sweetie Girl laid her first 2 eggs this week. So she gets anxious. She wants to be with them, but she doesn't when they're around. She runs away from them. So, don't really understand sometimes, but they're kind of anxious creatures, birds. Chickens at least. But it's very nice and cool out here, so I'm grateful. They got hot. We were getting up to 100 degree days, so we did everything we could to cool them off. I'll show you the inside. Our fluffy butt hut. We have our flashlights here, so if we need to come out at night. We also have a solar light over here. We have these solar lights, so it's not totally dark when we come out here. So this is Bertha's new space, which was the chick space. So we kind of move them around as we need to. But with chickens, if you didn't know, they roost when they sleep. They don't, sometimes they'll lay on the ground. They like to cool off or to be comfy, but they, when they sleep, they roost, and they like roosting. So we want to make sure they all at least have one or some roost. So we just set up this roost for Bertha and his water and his food. And so this is his little space. We have these Tupperwares in there for them when we give them snacks. You know, if we have apples or fruit or vegetables. This is Poyos. This is Poyos' space. You see he dug himself a hole. If they feel dirty or cold or hot, comfortable, they like to really kind of lay in the dirt. So he's dug himself a few little holes. He's shed a lot more feathers. We actually cleaned out their coops just last week, so he's kind of a dirty guy. He's made a lot more mess than most of them. There's his food and water. This is his roost he likes to sleep on at night. Oh, and Sweetie Girl, if you hear that, that means Sweetie Girl's chasing the chicks. She's kind of a brat, so again, I read that we have to let them, that there's a pecking order, so I really don't like that she does that, but I have to let her. So, Sweetie Girl started off digging this hole, and she laid her eggs here. One egg, and then two. And so my mother-in-law, who used to live on a farm, she's helped us so much with our animals. She had told me, when I told her that our girl had laid her first egg, she told me we have these nesting boxes we set up for them. These are golf balls. Apparently it's supposed to encourage them to roost or nest up here, but she'd encouraged me to set her eggs up here, so I moved them. And we don't know what happened. You can see there's shells. So either she cracked them or the chicks did. They're everywhere. I know she moved them, so I don't know if in moving the eggs she broke them, but her egg is now down here. She's buried it, if you can see. I don't know why she buried her egg here. She's been very protective, so I let her keep her first two eggs because I believe they were fertilized because Bertha was in here. But if she lays any more eggs, we will take those eggs. As you see, the chickens have a nice little space in here. There's their food and their water. We have the misters going all the way over there. So again, when it gets really hot, we turn those on. They're black rabbits, so it's hard to see them, but that one's Frisky. So we got their water and their food in here. So that's Frisky. We don't know, we think they might both be males, just because they haven't started having any babies, but not totally sure. And this is Bubblicious. Hi, you okay? This is Bubblicious. Bubblicious is super friendly. How did this get? There we go. Bubblicious will come up too. She usually likes to be pet. Hi, Bubblicious. Okay, he's feeling frisky. But he's usually the friendlier one. Hi. Oh, now you want some love? Hi, Bubbles. Hi. No, don't. Okay, well, maybe he knows he's being recorded. He's acting a little stinky. But these are the rabbits. This is their little area. Sometimes we put them outside to play, but they're a little harder to catch. So sometimes they get to go in the back and play. But the chicks and the chickens like to roost on their thing. We have this, we save the fertilizer. We have the food. Made them a swing. They don't use the swing too much, sadly, but it's there if they want to play with it. Aren't they so cute? Oh, they make me so happy. I just think they're so stinking cute. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi. Oh, Sweetie Girl, here she comes. Be a brat. She's not nice. See, they run away from her. They gotta get used to it though. Like I said, they'll get bigger soon and won't be as much of an issue. And she's kind of scared, so we got Sweetie Girl, Poyos, and Bertha all together. My brother had gotten those three as chicks, but they weren't handled very often, and they weren't handled very often, and they didn't get as much human interaction, I guess. And we adopted them, rescued them, whatever you want to call it, when they were maybe, that's Sweetie Girl. Yeah, she makes some funny sounds. I mean, the sounds that they make too make us laugh, so silly. But we'd actually gotten those three together when they were about 2 months, maybe even 3. No, they probably were maybe even 3 months old, something like that. And because we hadn't had this built yet, we had them kind of in kennels outside, and we'd move them in and out for maybe a month, give or take. And you guys saw that process in the beginning. You've seen them grow. But because of that, they still didn't get as much interaction. They didn't get handles as much. And so I would say they're a lot more nervous. They don't really like us to be around. So at first we would kind of chase them and make up and hold them. But they would all get so nervous that I was just like, let's just, if they want to come up to us, they can, but we'll just more handle these ones because they're more used to us and they'll come around us. So we'll see how that goes. Again, if you're watching this and you know chickens, there might be different things that you know or you've learned, but this is what we've known and we've learned. I grew up with chickens and rabbits and turkeys, and so what I grew up knowing from somebody who my dad wasn't a farmer, we just got animals, so we just learned by experience. I wouldn't say we learned by any kind of further education. So we're learning as we go from my mother-in-law, from the good old internet, and just from knowing our pets. So we have this fan in here that it'll blow again if it's too hot. And with the misters, we just have them set for once every hour. Again, it's such a nice day for the pets, for the animals, that we don't need the fan on. This is the greenhouse. My mother-in-law just gave me this plant. This is a sweet potato. I have to have a weatherproof box because we didn't know before, and a lot of the food got destroyed. It got moldy, it got maggots, so we keep their pine dry and their food dry in here. And then this covering, this shelf that my mother-in-law made, is also an additional weatherproofing, but we can set more plants up here as we grow them. I just started growing a lot of these plants maybe a month ago, so eventually with time there'll be a lot more plants in here. We have our fly traps, and these were just put up a few days ago and they're already pretty full, so we get lots of flies in here. This is the compost my mother-in-law made. So this is the active compost. So this one is composting. And when this one's done, then we'll move it in here and start a new compost. And so she came up with that. She built all this. And so just kind of following her lead on how this is going to work, but pretty cool. And so this one is lettuce. Let's see, romaine lettuce. These are bell peppers. These are strawberries. This one, my mother-in-law gave to me like this. So this wasn't, I didn't get this one as a seed. And then this one as well. These smaller ones though are new, but she'd given, I think these were like maybe 3 when we started. This one I had planted from a seed, a month ago. So these ones are doing good. We have carrots, and you can see, so I planted all the rest of these I had planted from seeds. So, oh, I'm sorry, except for this one, this red, this green onion was transplanted. So the carrots are seeding. Again, I planted all these about a month ago. These are chilies, and so I'd actually gotten these chili seeds. I had taken them out. My sister-in-law and her husband have a garden, and they were growing chilies, so my mother-in-law gave me those chilies. I took the seeds out, dried them out, and planted those seeds. So pretty exciting, really fun. So these are coming out. This basil plant I had planted from seeds. This lettuce I had planted from the lettuce plant I just showed you. Some of these aren't doing well, so we're gonna have to start over, but that's okay, we have more seeds. So these peas are growing, planted them from a seed. These tomatoes I had actually planted, let me think about this. These tomato plants I planted from seed. These cherry tomatoes and these cherry tomatoes, again, I had gotten from my sister-in-law and her husband, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. I had gotten from their garden. They'd given me those tomatoes, or they'd given my mother-in-law them for me from their garden. So I cut those open and dried them out and then planted those. So this one, is actually sprouting a little bit. I'd kind of given up on this one, so that's cool. And that one's doing really well. So here's the out back door space. It's empty, really empty. So you can go in and out this way. There's no entrance here for us, but for the animals, you see, this is our other entrance. And again, we rarely open this, but sometimes we will. And so this backyard space, moved the chairs back here. They were in the front with the chicks and they pooped all over them. Got this little pool. I get to run around back here sometimes. So this is, we'll let the rabbits kind of spend some time back here because it was just getting so hot in their space and it was kind of small. But during the day, the rabbits don't do a whole lot. They're nocturnal. So, oh, she might be laying an egg. She gets a little anxious like this when she's about to lay an egg. It's very strange. She gets almost neurotic. Hi, baby. Hi. Hey. Hey. So gentle. And so these, the bunnies, we were actually gifted the bunnies. My nephew got these bunnies as bunnies, I guess they're rabbits now, for his birthday, and his mom didn't let him keep him, so we also adopted these ones. Oh, why are you crying? Are you okay? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? You hurt? These one of your sisters? So that's kind of like their emergency cry, something's wrong. And so I think they're very anxious again. They get separation anxiety. So they realize they're not with their other siblings, or I guess they're not technically siblings, but they're not with the rest of the hens, so they get kind of anxious. So they hear them, and it's like their call, like, "Where are you? Where are you?" So they're nervous that they're separated. Kind of silly. No. They have escaped. Oh my goodness. That's it. Thank you so much for following. I hope you've enjoyed our process. We love having our animals. They bring us so much joy and they're such a great addition to our home.